Welcome, everyone. I'm Luis Meisler. I live Latin America for the last 22 years. And today I'm thrilled to be hosting in this today's customer spotlight feature one, I would say my preferred cast. I don't want to make any other customer here in the call jealous about that, but this is a 22 years relationship. I think probably one of my first customer in Oracle's life. Then it's a great pleasure to introduce Juan Pajon, SVP for Grupo Bimbo, and represent a company that I'm following a lot for the last 20 years. And we have great stories to tell here. And I think Juan can tell these stories very well now. And Grupo Bimbo is as most of you know, is not the largest, the world's largest baking company in the world. They have 13,000 products across 100 brands, almost 200 plants, and they have 53,000 routes. And it's not like one, you correct me wrong afterward, means I believe that they turn the world, it's like turning around the world for 25 times every single day, which is it's a huge operation. And today we're talking with Grupo Bimbo to hear insights. We are together partnering with this digital transformation, which really it's an amazing challenge for all of us and a great place that we're learning a lot from what is going to happen now, what is going to happen now, and what is going to happen in near future. But to start this whole process, we want to have a quick pool, and we know that 2020 was a very challenging year and with the pandemic, and supply chain management became something very important for everybody. We have toilet paper, clean supply shortages, with all kind of thing. And the pool is about what you're thinking about the future on supply chain, becoming household topic for conversion, as I said. Which following trends will be the most influential in 2021? And the question are about high demand will motivate consumers to try new products. Consumers increasingly prefer brands that make sustainability a priority. Upstairs brands will lead traditional CPG to direct to the customer. Brands that increase focus on customer experience will outplace competition, and customer willingness to pay premiums for contactless shopping. I think hard questions, hard pull. All questions are good. And I ask you, please answer it. And as a result, we see brand that increase focus on customer experience is the first one. It's a hard answer. This for sure is important, but for sure all the answer will be important as well. I think sustainability is important. Uh, Connect to the customer needs, but as you see here, most of you think that with customer experience. And customer experience is about all the previous one together, right? I strongly believe. And then we can hear from the ones that understand about this music better than me. That is one. Group reviews make a huge impact in this sustainability, and that's what drive this video on.
They knew they would face a great challenge, but they did not hesitate. They did it without thinking of everything that could happen. The recipe for a great dream was born with the baking of the first loaf of bread. Bread that today is on the tables of the entire world. This is how great ideas are born, from the illusion of creating something new, taking risks, and discovering every day everything you can do.
Lo indispensable que es ponerle alma, vida y corazón a la empresa. Pero ningún éxito es obra de un solo hombre.
Exactly. For ideas to become bigger, they have to be shared, contagious, and that's when the dream comes true.
En 1945 iniciamos un sueño, un verdadero sueño. Lanzamos al mercado 4 variedades de pan para entregar a los clientes.
Today, we are the biggest bakery in the world.
That's right, in the world. We have a great winning team
To be close to you.
crossing borders
So you can have special moments.
because we join forces in one direction.
Delicious and nutritious food for everyone.
We aspire to better serve our consumers, engage our associates, and fulfill our purpose of being a sustainable, highly productive, and deeply humane company.
This is our great family, a family that strives with affection to nourish and delight our consumers every day of their lives. We are Grupo Bimbo.
And we're excited to bring to their story and what they learn, their contribute to journey to the cloud. Means so the change in this big transformation is something that impacting us, all of us. And you can gonna use question and answer feature to get to the end, and hopefully you have good questions here. And please welcome Juan Pajon, SVP Cloud Application and Infrastructure of Grupo Bimbo, great friend of mine, great partner. I think we are together in this great journey and very excited to get there. Right, Juan? All yours.
Hello, Liz. Luis, how are you? I'm really, really thankful to be here. It's an honor to share with you and the entire audience our story. And I'm really hoping that you're all safe, staying safe during this hard time. So again, thank you very much for having me here. It's a really pleasure.
It's my pleasure, Juan. So you know that Grupo Bimbo is my heart. And before I start asking you a question, I have to change my background. I need to change my background. You know, it's touching, and I think all you are gonna love it. This is the this is the Brazilian brand, and I have to say that since I don't follow, sorry, Alan, the script as much, and this is the first break in this script. I hope I don't break too much. This one make my life. I don't know if you can see it. You can see it. Or I have to take the background. The Ana Maria. Ana Maria is my preferred cookie. I think it's. I don't know how you call it. It's like a cookie, right? That my grandsons fight for Ana Maria. It's like a big fight in my home. Believe me, this is really nice, and it's great. It's a great pleasure because I think Bimbo is in every single supermarket, a very important piece of any supermarket, and we all here experience the experience to consume your product. So with 75 years history, what do you say that what is the new role for technology? One, I think technology is changing radically, and I think probably you have a lot of things to tell us.
Yeah, I mean, Grupo Bimbo has an amazing 75 years history. So now, as you were mentioning, we are present in 33 countries. Um, Around 140,000 associates around the world. So it's really a great company to be in, and we have something that we always say, which is our founders mentality. And as part of our founders mentality, we have innovation and transformation in our DNA. Um, since the company was born, and this is something that we want to keep, and we are keeping it even with the scale and with the size that we have today. So having said that, we were looking for a transformation that will give us agility, scalability, security in the way we perform our operations, and of course everything in an efficient and in a cost efficient way, improving our TCO. So our strategic vision today as a company is, as an IT department within this company, is to grow the business. This is key for us. So there is no IT mission if there is no, in order to grow the business, to be business driven. And we want to do that with a clear customer centric and consumer centric approach, in an agile and sustainable way. Um, in order to become, in order to drive this digital transformation, and of course, in the end, our goal is to be a data-driven decision-making company. So that's something that is really important for us, and we are in a very ambitious program and plan as we are going to be discussing today on how to do this in this at this scale and in this large operation.
Yeah, great. One that I participated in e-business suite implementation 20 years ago, and I'm very proud that how visionary you are, a company are, and starting this huge transformation 4 years ago, about 4 years ago, is amazing. It's amazing. It's a decision that very few companies did it. And how you think Grupo Bimbo is driving this digital transformation, and how you think Oracle has been a strategic practice to unlock this endless possibility for your business and your operation, Juan?
Yeah, so we have been partners with Oracle, if I'm not wrong, for the last around 20 years. So it's a long history of innovation and one of, I mean, we are touching every single process of the company as we speak. And Oracle, and I don't even want to say now Oracle ERP because we are now talking about platforms, right? It's the ERP line or the ERP borders are really gray now and have extended to much more functionality that we used to think about the ERP in the past. And this transformation we are doing is being done in every single space and in our end-to-end processes. And as a difference, like we were doing it in the past, is we are seeing this as I'm saying as a platform, not as a single module, single functionality, and we want to see how with all these different solutions, and probably if I'm not wrong, we are this is without fear to be wrong, is one of the largest Oracle Cloud implementations in the world.
What?
And one of the most complex because of not only because of all of the functionality we are deploying, but we are doing it in an operation that is 24 by 7, that involves fresh products. We need to be in the market every single day. So it's really a very interesting and a great program to be. So I mean, we have the traditional ERP modules, but then we extended that to warehouse management system. We are implementing OTM. We are implementing the financial consolidation solution, which is the evolution of Hyperion. We are implementing demand planning, supply planning, intercompany features. So as you can see, we are touching every single space of the company in a company that has, as I was mentioning, 33 countries, 200 plants. So it's a huge movement we are doing, and the first aspiration, Luis, is we want to evolve into these new SaaS and cloud technologies in order to become a connected company. And once, and I mean, we are not gonna wait to finish that in order to move to our next ambition and aspiration, which is we want to become a more predictive company. And this is we are already starting this year in one of the geographies where we already have deployed these Oracle cloud tools in order to start with this transformation where we are going to be adding, and again, in our platform, we are going to be adding artificial intelligence, machine learning, and everything regarding data and analytics to become this predictive company, which is our next huge dream in a way.
Yeah, and that's the way to think. I think connect customer with supply and have everything available at the right timing, right? And how the pandemic, this disruption impacted the project. I think will be interesting for you to hear from the project side and also the group as a company overall.
Yeah, sure. I mean, from a company perspective, of course that we were impacted as anyone in the world. First, I want to really thank our frontline associates, the ones working in our bakeries, the ones delivering and distributing our products, because as you know, our company was declared as an essential company during this pandemic in order to keep our products in the shelves for our consumers during these hard times. So we are really thankful to the true heroes of our company, which were our frontline associates. So having said that, at the first time, yes, I mean, it was it was a lot of uncertainty around some things. So we were adjusting our plans according to that. There was some mobility restrictions in some countries, but once we understood where we are, what was the situation, we quickly adjusted this. We redefined our implementation. Now talking about more about the program, our implementation methodologies, and then we partner with Oracle Consulting, which is our implementator in that sense, in order to see how we can be as effective as in the past, considering this situation. And we, with our change management, our corporate change management team, we did redefine our methodology. We continue with our very aggressive 2020 plan, and even within the worst part of the pandemic in terms of our uncertainty and things, we were able to go live in two major operations in South America, with less than a month of difference between them. So that was something that, even with my experience in the past about deploying systems, that was really hard to do. And well, we have a great team behind doing this and a great partner. And I was astonished about the results and how we were able to overcome that difficult situation. So the pandemic, in that sense, make us be more resilient and stronger. And we didn't see a bigger impact in that sense. We continue our accelerated deployment as it was supposed to be. So, and then that is also going to be the same situation for this year.
So we could not imagine we can deliver such a complex project, not inside, right? People all over the world get connected and delivering what you're expecting. It's
I mean, the
amazing.
local operations, the global corporate IT team, and the Oracle consultants at a global level, but also the ones that were actually in the countries, and I'm referring to Colombia and Argentina, which were the ones we were working, were really amazing. So it's a true teamwork.
Yes, agreed. Now we have only one single team, I believe, right? It's every time it's just one single team. What kind of result you're looking for after you complete this implementation, and what is in the future for Bimbo?
Well, as I was saying, so we are in an era of composable businesses, composable platforms, and this is going to be applying to our situation, our program in the end. So we want to combine every single solution we have for our business requirements, um, where Oracle Cloud is the backbone of this solution, because it touches every single transactional aspect of our operation. And we want to move forward, as I was saying, in a connected way, in order to move faster to a predictive way. We were saying in Grupo Bimbo that we were drowning in data, but we were thirsty in business insights. So that's the next big aspiration, where we are going to be combining every single program in the company with a single objective. In the past, that was not necessarily true. So this is again like Oracle Cloud. The way we name our program internally is the backbone that is going to be connected to our route to market strategy, that is going to be connected to our IIoT strategy that is called GB Connected, and everything together is gonna take us from an operational perspective to the next step, which is we want to create intelligent supply chain hubs. I mean, we already have those in some geographies, but as soon as we start to implement demand planning, supply planning, WMS, we're going to have a full visibility in an entire supply chain that is going to enable us to take the operation to the next level. And this is why I'm talking about these control towers, these intelligent supply chain hubs, that technology is going to allow us to have that visibility. And then the sky is the limit, because when you have all that data in a structured way, in a seamless way, in every single geography, you can dream about anything that you can do with that, in order to re-engineer your process, to plan better your supply chain, to be ahead of your demand, your forecast. So it's going to be a game changer for us.
And let me ask you a question out of the script here, Juan. Everybody think about the change management because I think technology is available. Means our technology is evolving. It's very fast. I know every single quarter we have a new upgrades. But the challenge I strongly believe all you're saying about predictive demand, all this kind of things, supply on time, and then understand what the customer needs, and this kind of thing that how people will deal with this artificial intelligence, machine learning, how we are prepare, how you are preparing the people for the new future, because people are not used to deal with this kind of new stuff, right?
Yeah, that is a great point, Luis. And as you were saying, so change management first is a huge thing for us. So it's no longer something that is nice to say, or oh, that is so spiritual in a way. But we are really partnering our corporate change management team in everything that is related to communication, awareness, training, and that has been tremendous help for us to achieve the excellence in our results. Otherwise, I mean, we were going to be there, but probably with not the same, with not engaging the operations in the same way. And one of the key points in our strategic plan for 2022 is reskilling. And reskilling means not reskilling the IT department, is reskilling the entire company. We need to be prepared as professionals for these new technologies that are coming our way, and not only the technologies, but even the. I mean, in my opinion, everyone needs to be has the foundational concept of data science. For instance, if you want to extract as much use as we want from these new infrastructure as a service tools, SaaS, PaaS. So independently whether you are in sales, in manufacturing, in IT, in the people department, or in I don't know, finance, you all will have to develop new skills in order to be ready for these new tools. And we have a big program in order to start training up and upskilling our entire associates in this sense. So that's key, because in the end you will have a excellent car to drive, but you will not know how to move from March 1 to March 2. So that needs to be some sort in parallel, right?
Yes, for sure. I think that's a huge challenge because technology, we have everything already available. Our ability to use it, it's a challenge we have. This is for sure. And changing generation for sure also is something that how to manage this generation change. And how are you dealing with this sustainability? One, I think it's something that everybody is caring. I think everybody will. I think the consumers start to looking for that to very connect. We have one of the question in the pool, and for sure, the sustainability is something that everything single company has to think about. How are you dealing with that?
No, I mean that's a very important aspect for us. So we want to be a sustainable, highly productive, and deeply humane company. That is something that we always have in mind. And Daniel Servige, I mean, is public. Is public. You probably all know the news, and is always working and speaking towards that, and our huge plans that we have in that regard. So by 2025, we are targeting to be using 100% of the energy we use in our processes from renewable sources. Every single package is going to be either recyclable, compostable, or biodegradable. So that is a huge statement from our side. And I don't know if you know, so we are producing our own electric vehicles. So in Mexico City, for instance, it's very easy to see our trucks delivering our products, which are completely electrical cars. And so, and that's Grupo Bimbo Bexstar brand. So we are not getting any from any company. So that is how important and how committed we are to sustainability. And technology has a big part on it as well. The newest cloud solutions is helping us to reduce our carbon footprint. So that is also important for us from a pure technical perspective, let's say. But if you also talk about the processes perspective, the adoption of these new tools is gonna help us to work in every single aspect of our manufacturing processes. So we are gonna be reducing waste. We're gonna be more efficient in the way we produce our products. So that is also gonna contribute to the sustainability aspect. And again, it's a big part of everything we do as well.
I think that's really important. I think companies will survive in the future that doesn't care with sustainability will not survive for sure. And as a technology leader, inspiring Juan, I think that's what's the message you will give for the audience about this, what is going on, the right partnership for the transformation initiative. What is the message you would like to give as a I think a futuristic technology leader?
No, I mean, if this is an era, as I was saying, of composable business, composable platforms, we cannot continue thinking about a single solution that is going to answer all of the questions. So communication, integration between all of these solutions is going to be key. If you haven't started your transformational journey to the cloud, you're going to be crippling your company in front of your competition, because today's world is demanding. I mean, it is the VUCA concept, right? It's volatile, it's uncertain, it's complex. So and cloud is in a way answering and addressing all these things, because it's going to provide you agility, scalability, which is key today. And and in order to respond to the ever changing business needs in the market. So again, you need to be a true partner to your business. There is no more IT centric, or IT knows what they want. IT needs to be totally aligned to the business and have a full business driven DNA. And to do that, we need to change our paradigm as well, and become a very agile organization. And we also need agile technologies and tools. Otherwise, we're going to be late to the needs in the market. And having a company like Oracle providing us pure cloud technology is helping us to enable our business, and helping us in a way under this new normality, where digitalization and conversational commerce and e-commerce is becoming more and more important. That even it was really important in the past, now it's opening a lot of eyes. Is a key advantage for us.
Yeah. Let me take an opportunity to ask you a question. You are a very experienced guy in this industry. How you see Oracle with the competition? I have to ask this question overall in the region.
No, Luis, I mean, honestly, and again, you and I, we are talking a lot on a frequently basis. We are sharing ideas. First of all, you need a true Oracle, a true cloud solution. And this is what Oracle is offering, and has been able to transform its technology stack to achieve this. So from the different acquisitions in the past, and how you are now rewriting entirely the code of your solutions, and bringing the best of breed of the different solutions you had in the past, to come up with this new set of Oracle Cloud solutions is key. And this is why when we needed to select what was our cloud tool of the future, coming from an on-prem world, we decided that the company that was providing the more comprehensive set of solutions for this new composable business future that we are seeing was Oracle. And this is why is in the backbone of this digital transformation we are embarking, and we are doing as we speak.
And there's a question for you personally. You have an impressive growth in the Grupo Bimbo organization. Juan, how you evaluate in terms of our contribution or everything we're doing for a career path, for this very challenging, very impressive career path?
No, I mean, thank you. I'm really consider myself blessed, Luis, of what I was able to achieve as as a professional, and now, from the last almost 3 years, working for Grupo Bimbo after being working for global companies for the last almost 25 years, and now that I'm leading the entire systems organization, going from infrastructure, applications, cybersecurity. Um, it's really for me is the realization of a career, right? And one of the things that I value a lot is that when you want to select and work with a partner, you need a partner that is sharing some of your principles as a company, that has business. I mean, growing the business as the main thing to do. This, I mean, and using, of course, the technology as an enabler, but not technology for the sake of technology. Technology for the sake of a business added value, or a business decision. And again, there are good times in every program. There are times that are more complicated, but having you, having Adrian, Giovanni, Nacho, Macias, and of course, I mean, even Safra, to a call of distance, everything. I pick up my phone. I feel that I have the response and the backup from the partner that I need in this sense. And this is really important for me, because this is something that we cannot do on our own. We really need a technology partner, and Oracle has been playing that role since I joined. I mean, probably before that, but in my own experience, since I joined Grupo Bimbo for the last 3 years, and we were able to accelerate the program in a very good way. And now we are deploying several countries at the same time, and in the same year. And when we started the program, we were a little bit slow in that deployment, and now I'm surprised every single week, because I keep seeing these messages saying we are live in China, we are live in Colombia, we deploy this at a corporate level, and I almost lose control over the things that we are deploying at the same time. So it's really a fun place to be as an IT professional.
Congratulations, and I think it's great leadership. I think this is for sure great leadership. And let's come to another topic that I think everybody connected. We are fully connected with our purpose. When yours is diversity, and what does it mean for Bimbo in terms of diversity? I think it means a lot as for Oracle. Means how we want to elaborate on that.
No, sure. I mean, diversity and inclusion is very important for us, and is one of our key objectives from my cultural and people organization. Um, we firmly believe as a group, and I firmly believe as a leader in the IT space, that diversity and inclusion is only gonna give us more creativity, new ideas, and new ways of innovating and evolving not only in the IT space, but in general in our company. And this is exactly what we want to do. We want to, as part of our work we are doing, we are trying to demystify failure. We wanna boost and create this environment of inclusion, innovation, transformation, when people can feel comfortable raising hands, sharing ideas. And now, of course, the pandemic did um, allow us to start thinking, okay, we can have talent from every single part of the world without the need of being physically in some place. And this remote everything concept that we are living right now is also gonna help us go into the same direction. And it's really nice to see, because it's not only important for us, it's also important for us and for the partners, the technological partners that we work with. And having Oracle sharing the same in terms of diversity and inclusion is also huge for us. It wouldn't be the same if you went on a different page. And I'm really glad that you as a company are also walking into the same direction in that sense for us.
It's a question of surviving. We need to be there. I think this is something that is our responsibility. And current market conditions are likely accelerating the need and the willingness to change many businesses. What will be your advice, Juan, for other leaders and innovators like this one here in the call?
No, sure. I mean, I'm going to be repeating some of the concepts we were discussing, Luis, but we are in I mean, let's say challenging times, because it's a challenge, it's an opportunity. It's We are in everything is volatile, right? Everything is uncertain and is changing. You cannot be now working on a 5-year, 7-year, 10-year vision, because there is no way you can manage and handle all of the things that are surrounding you. And again, this is where cloud in general, from a SaaS perspective, from a PaaS perspective, and from an IaaS perspective, is going to be a key thing. So start working on this as soon as possible in every single angle. Otherwise, you are crippling your company for the future. You're not going to be able to compete with the rest of the companies in your industry, and even companies that you don't even know that are your competitors today. Because one of the amazing aspects of the technology that is creating also a challenge, Ulis, is that technology is being commoditizing some aspects. So now it's more democratic, more accessible to everyone. So any company with a very good idea and a very good product or service can easily starting to become a threat to traditional companies, or to the leaders of today. So, and this is very important for Grupo Bimbo. We don't want to become an irrelevant company. We want to continue leading the baking industry. We want to continue transforming and innovating the industry. And cloud is the response to that. And again, I'm not going to be tired of repeating this, that we are an era of composable businesses, composable platforms, and having that modularity and those integrations possibilities between the different cloud solutions, and the new services that are part of the IaaS, the infrastructure as a service, that in the past was probably a lot of programming work, a lot of development work. Now it's accessible out of the box. It provides a new new era of things that we can achieve and we can do. So if you are hesitating to do this, let's start digging up on your business reasons, your business drivers, analyze your current technology stack, and start moving to the cloud. You're already late if you're not doing so.
I agree, 100%. And what's the good in what you just said about the democratization thing, what was available, I remember very well, very, very not far from now, and then we have system programs or technology for large business or another technology for small business. I think the cloud really democratized everything, means we have more or less the same solution for every single company. And you're right, means everybody that didn't start it late should start very fast. Otherwise,
And this is and you were mentioning, Luis, and I don't want to miss it, is in a way, and this is going to sound strange, this is the Oracle Cloud program, in my opinion, is not a pure technological program. It is a business program led by the business, where the technology and IT is just enabling that transformation. So we are re-engineering. Cloud is about adoption, right? And we are re-engineering our processes. We are defining a standard and global template. So and again, this is, for me, is more like a culture, people, process, and change management aspect of the program, and not the technology. The technology, in a way, is the easiest part of this big transformation. So that's something that you were mentioning in the past, but I didn't want to let it go, because I think is really important in this context.
and the technology background for sure will allow you to find better opportunities in the business side, because the willingness to innovate and to understand how the technology impact the business, we have all the background to do it. And I think that that's something that inspire everybody that works in technology, because we're taking out of the technology people all the complexity, right? Taking this off the shelf. That's
We need
something.
to rethink the IT organization
Okay.
um, from a different context. We need to think ourselves as entrepreneurs that are
Exactly.
digital savvy.
Exactly.
If we
Very.
continue to believe that we are IT guys and we are going to be missing a huge opportunity and we are not going to be driving the transformation that we need to drive in the companies. Every single company in the world needs to think themselves as technology companies, as an data driven companies.
Yeah, 100.
Independently whether you bake bread or you do anything else, you need to be with that mindset. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult to drive this transformation.
100%. Juan, thank you very much. This was really inspiring. As great leader. Really thank, Bimbo on top of my heart. I love Bimbo. And we're going to continue this endeavor together. I'm sure we're going to get very far away. Thank you really very much. Before we start answer Q&A, I think we have another pool, right? The pool is about, according to McKinsey brands, that connect consumer data and analytics to portfolio strategies will lead the CPG industry in the near future. Is our organization prepared to leverage data and analytics to deploy the following? And I read it. New full stack innovation operating models, redesign products that use a renovation to value approach, cross functional teams empowering to develop disruptive innovation. We have not started leveraging consumers' data and analytics yet. Good questions, huh? I just read it first time. Let's see the results. 59% cross-function teams empower to develop disruptive technology for sure. Teamwork, squads, that's it. There's not a single unity can get anything right, one. I think
No,
that's
people is gonna be one of the main drivers of digital transformation and innovation, and technology is gonna play a huge part because again, it's enabling a lot of things that in the past were more complicated, and now cloud has come to set that in a much more easier way. But people continues to be an important aspect of this, and diversity and it's gonna also play a very good role as the poll is actually saying. So yeah, totally in agreement.
100% in agreement. And that's it. I think, thank you, Juan, again. I think I'm very proud to partner with you. I think very proud to work together. And I think we did a good job here. Let's hear from the audience, but I believe that we did a good job. And let's start with the Q&A. Answer the Q&A, right? I think we have some question here. Hey, Juan, what surprised you the most about the project to migrate to cloud application?
That's an interesting one, and I had a I had a lot of things to say, but let's be concise. Adoption and continuous improvement are probably two things that we knew we were going there, but when we start living it and breathing it, it's a different thing because you need to change the way you were thinking, the approach toward the solutions, the applications, and you need to prepare your organization and your people in order to do that. So we developed a global template because we knew that in order to extract a lot of juice out of the solutions, you need to adopt them. You need to work in a more standard way. So that was a change for us because we were used to customize a lot of the applications and processes to our needs. And so adoption is helping us in a lot of ways, not only in order to be better prepared for the continuous improvement, which is the quarterly updates, that we need to do now. In the past, we were upgrading every 2 years, every 2 years and a half, and if the customizations were allowing that in an easy way. Now, every single quarter, where we are receiving not only things that we are requesting as customer, and this is part of the partnership where we can participate in the customer advisory boards, sharing ideas or influencing the development roadmaps on the things we need are important, but also because we needed to create a COE, a center of excellence of key people in the different areas, in order to start analyzing those new features that Oracle is releasing and say, okay, can I now re-engineer the process that I had in my global template? Can I do it differently? Or okay, it's okay, I can do this. I can wait for a next release and say, but we need to be prepared for this, because now it's going to be 4 times a year that we are going to have to be consuming, understanding, analyzing, and reading all this new information. So agility, continuous improvement, and innovation is going to be now part of our day to day, and not every 2 to 3 years.
Yeah. And open to reinvent yourself every single day, right? That's the idea. The other question: what would you do different, if anything?
No, yeah, probably when we started the program, and I joined the group, a Grupo Bimbo, when the program was already working, and I would probably accelerate our customer centric approach, sitting with our business partners, with our operations, trying to understand what was on their words the definition of success. Usually on the IT side, we tend to believe that we know what the business needs and want, and even though it seems so silly, or such a normal stuff, it's not that normal in the operations, and in the way IT used to engage with our business partners. So now we understand the definition of success on their own words, and we work in order to deliver that. Our KPIs are of the program are actually directed in order to answer that definition of success in the word of the customer. Of course, that we continue to measure the go live date and the budget of the program, because no one wants to receive the implementation a year later and doubling the budget you were expecting. But those to me are um, important KPIs, but not the only one. So having that close relationship with the customers and with the different functional teams within the corporate divisions is key. And now that we are working in that way, it will be. I would have wanted to have that from the very beginning, but we were also learning a lot of things while we were walking through this transformational journey.
Very good one. Amazing. I'm hearing you and inspiring me a lot. I hope everybody's saying. And the last question here, one to close up. What is the best part of your job?
Well, there are two things that I want to mention. First, I am part of a company that truly breathes and inspires innovation and creativity. So I feel that I can propose and I can do what I believe is best in the company. And again, the sky is the limit. I don't feel that I'm restricted, and of course there needs to be a business driven decision or reason on why we are doing things. But in the end, you are you feel that you are obliged to actually innovate, create all of the time. So there is really, for me, it's a very good experience to have to work in this environment, because it takes out the best of you, the best of your teams, and that has been a great experience. And the second one, but not least important, is being able to go to our bakeries and try our products right out of the production line. That has been an amazing experience. Yeah, hot, really hot. Every time I go and I try to visit them as much as possible, it's an amazing experience, not only to understand how all this world works about the production lines and the engineering, which is really interesting and amazing, but having a bite on those products right out of the production line has no price. So that's something we need to do together, Luis.
Yeah, you should invite me. You have any banana cake? Because I'm with banana. I'm crazy about it. You have something in Mexico?
I'm gonna talk to our marketing team to start and our research and development team to analyze that. But that's a promise. As soon as the conditions allow us, we are
There you
gonna
go.
be visiting a bakery so we can do that together.
Together. Thank you really, really very much, Juan. Great job. Thank you for giving us this inspiration. I think I'm sure the audience enjoy it a lot and take a lot of amazing experience with this conversation. Thank you again. And we are all together. We are every day by day together. And we not even have to say goodbye.
Talk to you
Right?
later.
Talk you later. That's it. That's the right answer. Thank you, Juan. Thank you very much.